Welcome, folks. So, this video is meant to teach you, we're going to go through a few more examples of how to calculate expected value, but it's also meant to teach you how you can use Google Sheets to make these calculations a little bit easier. Because one of the things that's really tedious about these calculations is that if you don't keep a lot of decimal places, um, your final answer can be off. And so this is kind of just like a slick way to do an expected value calculation where you use kind of Google Sheets to remember all the decimal places for you. Okay, so let's go through an example here. So in example one, the Spring Lake Park wrestling team collected data on their matches with opponents over the last 10 years. When their opponent has no wrestlers ranked in the top 10 in the state, and that's about 32% of their opponents, they typically win by about 10 points. When their opponent has one or two ranked wrestlers, which is about 43% of their opponents, they typically win by about 3 points. When their opponent has 3 to 5 ranked wrestlers, about 20% of their opponents, they typically lose by about 4 points. And when their opponent has 6 or more ranked wrestlers, which is about 5% of their opponents, they typically lose by about 11 points. How many points would you expect the team to win or lose by on average? Okay, so there's four possible outcomes here. They could win by 10, they could win by 3, they could lose by 4, or they could lose by 11. Um, and so we'll kind of assign values to those outcomes. So 10, 3, -4, and -11, respectively. Okay, and then I gave you all the probabilities in the problem. So 0.32, 0.43, 0.12, 0.15. Now, what you should do at this point is multiply your values and your probabilities together to get your expectations and then add all your expectations up. Let's talk about how we would use Google Sheets to do this calculation. Um, so I'm going to go to Google Sheets, and I'm just going to delete this for now. Okay, so how do we use Google Sheets to get that calculation? Well, if I type equals, and you can see Google's actually pretty smart. It actually knows what I want to do before I even do it. But let's say Google didn't know. So I would select this cell, and then I would say times, and then I would select this cell, and then that multiplies them together. And then if I just drag this over, that does that for each column. So now in this cell, I'm multiplying these two together. In this cell, I'm multiplying these two together. And in this cell, I'm multiplying these two together. Okay? So then what do I want to do? Well, once I've calculated my expectations, then I want to add those up. So let's say this is the sum. So I just type in SUM. And then I want to calculate the sum of this cell to this cell. So I just drag it over and calculate the sum for those four cells. And I get 3.14. Okay. So now what I could do then is just fill in that value, those values into my table, kind of like I did right here. So here, I could just fill the values in. You really, if you wanted to, you could just copy and paste. You could take a screenshot of your table in Google Sheets and just paste it over all of this. I'm totally okay with that. Um, but I do want you to interpret what this means. So what does this mean? It means the wrestling team can expect to win by 3.14 points on average. Okay, let's do one more example. So it says that the Minnesota Twins have decided to purchase rain insurance for the 2026 season. They will pay $12,000 for each home game. They play 51 home games in a season. If there is a rain delay, the insurance will pay out $42,000. This happens about 5.3 times per season on average. If the game is rained out after the sixth inning, then the insurance will pay out $74,000. This happens about 0.6 times per season on average. If the game is rained out after the third inning, then the insurance will pay out $170,000. This happens about 0.1 times per season on average. If the entire game is rained out, then the insurance will pay out $250,000. This happens about 1.3 times per season on average. About how much money will the Twins pay or receive per game for rain insurance? Okay, so first let's list out the outcomes, right? There could be a rain delay. They could get rained out after the 6th. They could get rained out after the 3rd. Or the entire game could get rained out. But the other option here is actually that there could be no rain, right? And that'll actually be most of the games. Okay, if there's no rain, well, then the team is just going to lose $12,000 for that game because they paid for the rain insurance. If there's a delay, now it says the insurance is going to pay out $42,000, but then the team is paying out $12,000 for insurance. So 42,000 minus 12,000 is $30,000, right? That's how much they'll net. That's how much they'll make. Same thing if it's rained out after the 6th, we'll do 74,000 minus 12,000, so that'll be 62,000. Rained out after the 3rd, we'll do 170,000 minus 12,000, that's 158,000. If it's rained out entirely, we'll do 250,000 minus 12,000, so that'll be 238,000. The probabilities are pretty easy. They're mostly just listed in there, right? So there's 5.3 times per season on average that there's a rain delay, so we'll do 5.3 out of 51, 0.6 out of 51, 0.1 out of 51, 1.3 out of 51 for each of those outcomes respectively. How about how many games is there where there's no rain? Well, there's 51 games in total, and so then if we just subtract off the number of games where there's some sort of rain delay or rain cancellation, uh, 51 minus 7.3, that'll get us to 43.7 games in a season where there is no rain whatsoever. So that's 43.7 out of 51. Okay, so let's put those values into our table. Oh. Okay, and so here's my table. And I've got all those probabilities in there. Let's turn those probabilities into a decimal so that Excel can do calculations with them. So that's just kind of undoing what I just did on the screen. But I just wanted you to see what the table looked like, that I was just doing the calculations with the same, table as over here. So so far I've really just put in this table into Excel. And now I'm going to calculate the expectations with Excel. But first I've got to calculate these probabilities by putting equal signs in front of those fractions. So when you're typing this in, you'll probably want to type in the equal sign first. Okay, but if I add an equal sign to the front of these, then Excel will be able to do calculations. So equals, 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 equals. Okay. Now if I want to calculate my expectations, I'll do that the same way as before. I'm just going to take this value times this value. And that gets me my expectation. And then if I just drag this over, can see it'll calculate the expectation for each outcome. And then over here, I will do my expected value. Let's make that bigger. And that's just going to equal the sum of those four cells. And you can see that works out to be negative 58.82. So what does that mean? It means that Twins are going to expect to lose about $58.82 per game. Okay. So we can add those expected values into the table for the expectations. Our expected value was negative 58.82. So the Minnesota Twins will lose about $58.82 per game on rain insurance. And that's usually the way most insurance works. It doesn't really matter what insurance you're buying. With almost all insurance, you'll lose money in the long run. But the advantage of most insurance is that it makes it so that you can afford it if there is something terrible that happens, right? Like if you get into a really bad car accident, even though you're losing money overall on your car insurance, it will cover the damages for a bad car accident. Okay, so that's all I have to say about using Excel to calculate expected value. Let me know if you have any questions.